kind of wanted to talk about just because there's a little more nuance to it regarding Free Comic Book Day. Okay, before we get into this episode, make sure to hit that subscribe button and hit that bell to get notified. We drop new episodes of FORNEVER News every Saturday, 12 p.m. EST, and throughout the week, we re-upload those segments for your viewing pleasure. Hit them buttons. Let's get into the news. Now, I've attended Free Comic Book Day a couple different times where you get to go to your local comic shop. They're giving away comics. You also, since you're there, pick up a few comics and whatnot. I'm a fan of it. It's fun. Environment, people that love comics all gathered together for a common love and celebration of the medium in general. Really dope stuff. And it looks like a few manga publishers are getting ready for their Free Comic Book Day advertisement, so to speak, of what they're going to be giving away. Because apparently they're going to be giving away some Shaman King and some Chojin X. And you're probably like, I've heard of Shaman King. FORNEV, what is Chojin X? It sounds familiar. This is a new series from the creator of Tokyo Ghoul. It's his new bad boy that is irregularly released over there on, I want to say it's on the digital stuff. I don't think it's in physical anymore. But nevertheless, this is new work. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I've read about 15 chapters. It was decent. I've heard it gets a lot better. But kind of makes me wonder when they do these free comic book days and they put these particular series, why? Why are they putting these particular series? I know Chojin X over here in the West has not caught on that much. Like, there's some people that are probably watching this right now. Oh my god, it's the greatest thing ever. You don't know what you're talking about. That's fine. It might be the greatest thing ever, but I'm specifically speaking about the temperature and the hype. This isn't gonna win manga of the year and any sort of award over here. It's just not. It doesn't have the fan base or the backing right now. So them putting Chojin X, like Shaman King, it's a classic. A lot of people have heard of it. They might be like, oh, I read that chapter in there. I'm gonna go buy some books. So understandable. Chojin X, it could be as a marketing and promotion thing that, hey, nobody knows about it, but the creator of Tokyo Ghoul got a new work. This free comic book will give you an idea of what's in store with it. So that could be the reason why. But basically, it just says here, Free Comic Book Day 2023 lineup includes Shaman King, Flowers. Oh, it's the Flowers. It's a spinoff to Shaman King and Chojin X. Diamond Comic Distributors announced last Wednesday the full lineup of free titles for Free Comic Book Day 2023. A preview of Hiroyuki Take's Shaman King Flowers and Sui Ishida's Chojin X are among the available titles. The gold sponsored titles include Viz Media's preview of Sui Ishida's Chojin X and Shu Sakuratani's Rooster Fighter. Oh god, Rooster Fighter, really? Kodansha Comics will present an all-ages sampler that includes Takayuki Mizushina's Lovely Muko. Kodansha's silver sponsored titles are Hiroyuki Take's Shaman King Flowers and Osamu Nishi's Welcome to Demon School Iruma-kun. Viz's titles are Kokonasu Roomba's Animal Crossing New Horizons Deserted Island Diary. What is all of this shit? And Hirokazu Hikawa's Kirby manga. It looks like they're trying to get not only comic book fans, but people that don't care about comic books to come check out, like, yo, we got a Kirby manga. That's random. Other titles of interest for fans of Japanese manga include issue 0 of Street Fighter 6, the comic book series. Udon Entertainment is collaborating with Capcom to produce the comic based on the upcoming Street Fighter 6 fighting game, and the event will take place, of course, May 6th at participating comic shops worldwide. Yeah, let people know that Suishida's working on a new manga with Chojin X. I got all of that shit that I just read. That's the only thing that really stuck out to me of like, well, that and the Rooster Fighter. I feel like that Rooster Fighter was a cool little manga. But yeah, spread the word. Chojin X, Suishida's back, Tokyo Ghoul. I think it'll do great wonders for its numbers when it starts really getting localized over here in the West. I'm not sure. Is the volume out over here yet? I don't think so, but it'll do wonders for it. Get Suishida's name out there. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but again, if it gets good later on, so be it. Just a cheeky little scheduled update to bring to you guys' attention. In case you don't know, Shonen Jump be putting all their series for a break here or there, which is a great thing. It started off with Oda. One Piece would have a break every other month. Now authors regularly get breaks, so clap it up for that because these authors deserve it. They work ridiculous amounts of hours, and this time it's Kohei Horikoshi's break because My Hero Academia will be on break next week in Weekly Shonen Jump issue number 1 for 2023, and the series will resume in issue number 2 as scheduled. And you're probably like, issue number 1, what are you talking about? Well, the fiscal year for Japan and a lot of what it does ends in November. That's why we get the top best-selling manga of the year list in November. That's why Shonen Jump, you get issue number 1 in November. The fiscal year ends there, and so on and so forth. So everything gets counted from now to the future, including the issues of Jump. So that's kind of, I don't know, not the greatest to hear that My Hero won't be in the first issue of the new year. My Hero's still one of the biggest manga in Weekly Shonen Jump right now. So a little odd, but alright, Koei Horikoshi, get your rest, enjoy yourself, and be back for that second issue. Fans of the 7 Deadly Sins, boy, are there any of you out there left? You know what I'm saying? Between the anime taking a massive nosedive in terms of production, and then the manga ending, and now we have what, the Four Knights of the Apocalypse, which is a spin-off sequel, or is it a prequel? I forget, but it's a spin-off nevertheless of the 7 Deadly Sins. And yeah, like on the manga side of things, 7 Deadly Sins is, I guess, okay, because I've heard nothing but great stuff, minus a couple of nasty things I think about Four Knights of the Apocalypse. But in terms of 7 Deadly Sins anime, it has been atrocious, dog. And this is coming from somebody, right, that I've had a little bit of a change in my opinion and how I feel about 3D and CGI. I'm not 1,000,000,000% against it like I was 4 months ago. Dragon Ball Superheroes proved me otherwise, that you can get somewhat of a decent experience out of a 3D CGI anime. Like, yeah, you can enjoy them. So this is coming from somebody that my opinion isn't as hardcore against 3D CG, but fam, oh fam, they recently released yet again another trailer for the 7 Deadly Sins' upcoming spin-off films. I believe they take place after the 7 Deadly Sins, but before Four Knights of the Apocalypse, or again, is Four Knights a prequel? I get confused in that whole scenario. But either way, these films that is going to be having Meliodas' son or whatnot, they got a new trailer out, and we got a little info. It says here, the 7 Deadly Sins Grudge of Edinburgh Part 1 anime movie, new PV and theme song by Sawano Hiroyuki, which they got a goat in there to do the music. They're trying to get everything else, like, okay, we ain't got the most appealing art and animation, let's make sure at the very least we got the goat of music. You know what I'm saying? And it streams on Netflix December 20th. And I may even check it out of morbid curiosity. But even looking at this trailer now, dog, amongst all of the CG stuff, like, for example, Trigun. The new Trigun anime is coming out. And I'm actually going to check it out. And I'm a bit excited. I'm open-minded to it. It's a different experience. It's not the same Vash that I was young watching or whatever. But it's still like, okay, something new. Dragon Ball Superheroes. Okay. You accomplished the goal of entertaining me and being a decent film. This, however, based off the trailers, it's not looking great. And maybe, you know, in motion and, you know, 30 minutes into it, I might forget about how bad all of that shit is. But it's just like Berserk, and I'm a different breed, so to speak. Like, even with the 2016 anime, I can acknowledge that that shit is atrocious. That, oh my god, that 3D CG is some of the worst shit you will see in anime. However, I still enjoy some of the shit from it. So there's a possibility with that. I am not looking forward to this. I might check it out just because I love 7 Deadly Sins, and seeing a little more of Meliodas would be nice, but Tristan, you're taking us into the dark ages. This is the dark ages of the 7 Deadly Sins, and if you're a Naruto, Boruto fan, and you know when I cast that title of the dark ages, we're in for some dark stuff. And I'm not talking about like some crazy quality writing. I'm talking about, yeah, 7 Deadly Sins. I don't know how we're going to recover from this. I just hope that the Four Knights of the Apocalypse inevitable anime adaptation isn't in that same ilk, because no, we don't want it. We don't want it. But yeah, December 20th, you can get your CG 3D bull crap type of style on with the 7 Deadly Sins upcoming film. What is it? The Grudge of Edinburgh. It's hard to even remember because I'm just like, do I really care?